Makindye-Ssabagabo, one of the most populated urban centers in Greater Kampala, continues to grapple with major sanitation challenges, with much of its growing population still relying on traditional latrines. Stakeholders have been urged to prioritize wash and sanitation into their planning and support municipal initiatives aimed at improving overall hygiene.
Looking at the goal of over 324 billion, which is a gap for Ssabagabo to be able to achieve safe sanitation and hygiene and water within Makindye-Ssabagabo, which is a big amount of money. So it requires the contribution and effort of everyone. 80% of this fecal matter still ends up in our environment because the latrines we have within Ssabagabo, most of them are not built from down, meaning they seepage into the environment. The people who used to collect the waste, some of them they don't collect it in a safe manner, so it still ends up in the environment. We still open drains, and when it rains, to have this sanitation in the open drains. So basically the burden is big. For a community like Makindye, which is Makindye-Ssabagabo, which is one of the key drivers of the economy of the country, it's very important that that investment is capitalized in such a setting. And so leaving it entirely to the communities to invest in their own sanitation will give us mileage. Of course, the policy says household sanitation is everyone's individual, but then the progress becomes slower.
And while community leadership is mobilizing residents, since sanitation begins at household level, urgent intervention is required to address these gaps.
Today, disease burden related to fecal matter is still a big problem to the country. And when we don't fight this, it means that the country, Ssabagabo, as the local government, is going to continue to have burden to procure drugs in the facilities, which drugs can basically be prevented. We can cut down the budget on drugs if we promote proper sanitation among the communities.
Because even the household, the number of people and the space they have for different facilities, they are competing for it. So if a person doesn't appreciate that a sanitary facility is important and it should be number one on the priority, it will be the last thing to think of the scarce land they have. So today we have brought them together to remind them that this is a very key facility before they think of anything, putting a kiosk, putting anything around their house. They need to have this facility which is accommodating all people.
Ronah Nahabwe, NTV Business.